few months later now. What happened there was in Mexico. That wasn't an American cop. That was a policia and a sheriffio. So no illegal activities at all. He didn't want to catch me or anything, but the radar detector just didn't go off that one very first time I wanted to test it out, just because he wasn't actually running radar. It's just he thought that I was going faster than the speed limit just by looking at me, even though I wasn't at all. But I will say it works just fine. The Uniden R3 is an amazing radar detector. It actually saved me on the way to my girlfriend's house the very next day because it beeped. I was only going like 5 over totally, but it beeped and told me that there was a cop like a couple miles before he actually was there. So it works just fine. All the settings are perfect, and like 6 months later now, it has saved me several times. But yeah, the Uniden R3 is amazing. I would definitely recommend it, especially months later. It's done me very well. If you guys do want the Uniden R3, it's linked in the top of the description below. It's the cheapest, it's probably the best. I think it has the best range compared to like the R7 as well. It even detects laser, KA, it has the mute memory for the K-bands, which is super easy to set up. And so I would definitely recommend it. Click the link in the top of the description below to get the same one. So we're back with the 370 today, and today we have the Uniden R3. Let's go ahead and get an unboxing going. So here's the front of the box. I'm sure you don't really care. There's the back. It just shows everything that's inside. So opening up, we have 3 different languages for instructions. Not really going to be using that very much. And then inside you have your carrying case, which is really nice. It's a hard shell case, even though you're not going to be carrying it. And the first thing we have is your windshield holder. So this is what I'll be using to hold the radar detector itself. So you add adhesive right there and you slide it on right there. And then you have the detector itself. Super nice and shiny. There's the part that will be doing the detecting. And then you will be mounting it like this so that you can see your screen and then be able to have your buttons. Then you have your power strip itself, which will be plugged in from here straight into your detector right there. And then you have your car cigarette lighter plug-in, which will just, I'll show you where in the car we'll be putting that for 370 specifically. Then in your last little baggie, you have a couple more suction cups and some adhesive tape, and then another like extension clip if you need that for any reason. So now that we have everything, let's go ahead and get inside the car and I'll show you how to set this up. Okay, so on most cars, you'll have a cigarette lighter in your center console area right here, but that's obnoxious because then you'll have a cord coming out from there going through all the way up, and that'll just be ugly and obnoxious. And then also in most cars you have one like right here or just like right here so that you can plug something in, but we don't in 370s. In 370s instead we have one right down there. So if you're installing this on your 370, that's going to be the plug that you'll be wanting to use because that's going to be most convenient. And if anything, that's more convenient than normal cars where they have one right here on the center dash. So go ahead and grab your power strip and plug it in right there, and then we can get started from there. But first, satisfying peel. I fucked it up. So the install process isn't hard at all. The hardest part is gonna be picking where you put the radar itself. Most people either put it down there, but most put it up here by your mirror. And then some hide it like down here or in the glove box itself. But since I am using this wire, I don't want to put it up on my mirror because then this will be right here and that's just really ugly and inconvenient. So once you pick where you want to put it, I'm putting it right here. You want to go ahead and get some general glass cleaner and just go ahead and clean that surface off. Also, I won't be using this clip and adhesive. I'm going to be using those extra suction cups and then that extra clip that they gave us because the position I'm going to be putting it, this is just a little too bulky for me, and so this is a little bit more sleek. So this metal piece, you just slide in those suction cups where they go, and it's pretty simple, and you just slide it in right here. Alrighty, I got mine set up. I went ahead and cleaned the glass, and what I did is I took the suction cup and the metal piece apart from the detector itself so that it's easier to stick it on. And then I did that, and then once I did that, that little metal bracket that it connects to bends pretty easily with just a little bit of force. And so this was originally like tilted up that way and it looked horrible, and I want it to be more flat like that. And so I just went ahead and I bent the bracket just so that it would look flat, and then it looks great. So if you are in a Z, I would recommend doing it there if you aren't hardwiring it. If you are hardwiring it, but just put it anywhere. But I think this looks pretty slick. I didn't put it above the gauge. I was thinking about putting it here, but it was too high up for me personally. But I think this is just right. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect it, get it started, and show you what the process is like. All right, so I got it all hooked up. I think it's probably in one of the best spots that it could be. It's right there. Maybe the only other spot would be on the same side, just right here, but I think the wire would be in the way too much. Here's what it looks like from the inside and the driver's seat. It's really, really clean. I like that positioning really well, especially on the Z's, because I'll show you how I tucked the wire. I tucked the wire around the gauge, and so you have it right there, and then the wire comes around, and I was trying to tuck it on this side, but that didn't really work. But you can see how I just tucked it along the underside of this cap on the gauge, and then it just kind of falls down here just on its own really smoothly. And right here, it was like flopping and like hanging right here, so I just got some double-sided tape. I just have a big roll of 3M double-sided tape, and then I taped that right along there, and then it plugs in right there. And here's what it looks like from the passenger side. I mean, yeah, that cord is ugly, but it's probably the best position it could be. But just think about it. If you aren't hardwiring it, this is probably the best way you could do it without taking apart your whole interior. Because of course you can take out this, you can take out that, you can hide the wire in there if you really, really wanted to put it up here. But I mean, I really see no point, because if you don't want to take apart your whole interior and you really want to put it right here, you'll just have a wire hanging right here, and that's just obnoxious. But that's where I put it. I'm gonna go ahead and start it and show you guys what it's like. So you get in your car, make sure it's in neutral, turn it on. This is what it's gonna be like. And then you're ready. So every time you start your car, that's what it's gonna do. It's basically just setting up and starting the machine itself. And it's just saying what all bands that the radar detector can detect. And then it shows you your highway. And then right here, you have your mute button and your mark button. So whenever you're driving, sometimes it will pick up on normal radio signals, like on older cars, like my Honda. I had to use an aftermarket, like USB GPS connected. I had to use an aftermarket cigarette lighter plug-in that allowed me to do Bluetooth in my old 07 Honda, and this will pick up on things like that. And so whenever you're driving, if it just goes off randomly and you don't see a cop for a mile or so, you just press mute and it'll auto learn itself to where it'll start detecting only cops, so that every time you mute like a radio signal and you don't see a cop around you, it'll learn that, and then it'll only detect and go off whenever a cop is around. So something I've learned in the short time of using this is that the radar detector will go off for a couple red light cameras. It depends, not all of them, but some of them. And then obviously speed traps. And then also, if you're really close to like a 7-Eleven or a gas station, it'll also go off for like the door openers on those because of the certain technology. So sometimes whenever you drive by a gas station or like a red light just through an intersection, if it goes off just randomly, what you can do is right here, the mute button, you just need to double press that, and then it'll auto learn. So whenever you just double tap the mute button, it'll just say memory deleted, so that next time you drive past that convenience store or that intersection with the red light camera, it will not go off unless it's a different signal from a cop.